everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So this is, I guess we could call it part 2 of the little ski lodge series that I'm doing. It's only 2 videos and this is the second one. But in the previous video that I uploaded earlier this week, which I will link that one in the description box down below if you're interested in that one, I basically did the exterior and the shared spaces for this large ski lodge build that I was working on in Mount Kamarebi. So this is a ski lodge and I turned it into a residential rental. So it comes with apartments for your Sims to live in, and it comes with 5 apartments total. And in today's video, I'm doing all the interiors for the separate little apartments. Now, the apartments are all very small, all 5 of them, but 2 of them do actually have 2 bedrooms, which is pretty nice. And then the other 3 apartments all have 1 bedroom each. So yeah, that is what we're working on today, and this is the first one. There is 1 apartment on the ground floor, which is this one. Then there are 3 apartments up on the 2nd floor, and then there is another sneaky little apartment all the way upstairs in, you could kind of call it like the attic area. It's not actually an attic, but it's kind of what it feels like. Like it's a sneaky little 3rd story, and I don't know, I really like that there is a small little apartment up there. And for that one, I was thinking that maybe that one isn't actually rented out. It's more an apartment for the property owner to sometimes stay at, if they like want to stay overnight here, or I don't know, like maybe they just want to have a second apartment. Maybe they live somewhere downtown Mount Kamarebi and sometimes they just want to spend the weekend skiing, and that's when they'll stay here in their little apartment in this larger rental property. So that's kind of what I was thinking for the last apartment. But this is the first one. It is very small, and it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. So basically when you walk into the door, you kind of walk straight into this kitchen with a small 2-seater dining table. And basically for all of these apartments, I went for a more rustic lodge cabin-y, like log cabin kind of vibe, which is exactly what the build is. Like if you've seen the exterior already, then you kind of know what I'm talking about. But I was definitely going for like a log cabin kind of look and feel, but also make it Mount Kamarebi. So it definitely has some of those Mount Kamarebi influences going on as well. I used a lot of the furniture from Snowy Escape in here, which actually goes really nicely with a lot of the horse ranch things, and it actually works really nicely if you want to try and turn it into like a more log cabin kind of vibe. It actually works surprisingly well. I had never really tried that before, but I think that it just pairs really nicely with horse ranch and other things. And I'm just really excited about how this one came together. So yeah, this is the first apartment, and I was thinking that a single sim would live here. You can have up to 2 sims in this apartment. However, the bed in the bedroom, like the bedroom is so small that the bed is against the wall. So your sim would have to like scoot over, and then there could be another sim in the bed sleeping there as well. But I was thinking that this apartment would be perfect for a single sim. A young adult is what I was thinking, who is very much into either skiing or snowboarding, and they're really working on that professionally. So they're trying to become professional, or maybe they already are professional and they're just here to train. So they kind of just moved to Mount Kamarebi, probably not for the rest of their lives, like basically, but for now, like they're really focused on their skiing or snowboarding career. And that's why they wanted a place that's convenient and just like right there in the snow. No travel to the snow needed, you know, because they're there daily. So I thought that this would be the perfect little apartment for someone who's trying to become a professional skier, or maybe is already there and their career is like in the lift, if that makes sense. Like maybe it's they're just working on it and it's going really well, and that's why they're here now. Or maybe it's even like a teenager, like right out of high school. So they're technically no longer a teenager. If you're like speaking in Sims terms, they would be a young adult, but maybe it's like someone who is just like just out of high school, and now is the time for them to finally fully focus on their skiing or snowboarding because they don't have to go to high school anymore. That's kind of the kind of sim that I was thinking of for this small studio. It's almost, I keep wanting to call it a studio apartment. It's not, because the bedroom is separate from the rest, like it's basically a 1-bedroom apartment, but still it kind of feels like a studio apartment to me because it is so small and squeezed, but I really like this floor plan. So because the shape of this build in general turned out to be pretty difficult in the sense that there is a lot of bump outs, there was a lot of like weird space to work with, it definitely took me a while to come up with all these floor plans for these 5 apartments essentially. Everything worked out in the end, and I think the floor plans all turned out really, really nice, but it definitely took me a second. I also did not record me playing around with the floor plan because I think it literally took me about 2 hours to figure it all out. It was a long process. But in the end, I'm very excited about how this one came together. So this one is on the ground floor and is basically closest to like the pool and the sauna, which is basically right next to this apartment. Obviously, at the end of the speed build, I will jump into the game and I'll show you the lot in real time to kind of show you all of the apartments, and so you get a better view at the floor plan and how it's all laid out. But you can also see that kind of come together in the previous video that I uploaded where I did the exterior and the shared spaces. So initially, as I was starting to build this, I was kind of building this with like basically with a lodge in mind. So ideally, I would want these apartments to be like vacation rentals, like a hotel essentially. That is not possible yet in The Sims. Maybe, hopefully, we'll get hotels at some point. But yeah, because that's not possible, I decided to go for that same look and feel. And those same, like, there's a bar downstairs, there's a pool, there's a hot spring and a sauna, which really has that, like, hotel, kind of luxury hotel in the snow vibe to it. Except instead of rentals for vacation, it's just like residential rentals. So that's kind of what I went with. And I feel like in The Sims that is pretty usable. I think it'd be a lot of fun to actually play in this if you want to explore the Snowy Escape gameplay, for example, and if you really want to focus on the skiing and the snowboarding for like a sim or maybe an entire family, then I feel like this building would be really fun to live in, to like rent an apartment in. I don't know why, but I feel like that would just be a lot of fun. Also because there's a lot of cool shared activities or like things you can do. Like I said, there's a pool and a sauna and a hot spring, and you can hire a bartender and you could have like really cool parties here. I think that is a lot of fun. So I feel like there's a lot to do here, which is nice. This, by the way, is the second apartment that we're starting on. This is the first apartment and also the largest apartment of the entire building, and here on the second floor. This one has 2 bedrooms, and it was definitely a struggle to figure out a good layout for this one. I'm really happy with how it came together eventually, but oh my goodness, I was definitely struggling with it a little bit because the shape is a little strange. This apartment does have a really nice balcony out front. They do share it with the apartment next door because that apartment also has like a sliding door onto that same balcony, but I don't think that's a problem. I feel like that for gameplay, again, would be pretty fun to like kind of see your neighbors out on the balcony, like the shared space balcony. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, this apartment has 2 bedrooms, and I was thinking 2 parents and a teenager. And naturally, again, I feel like these people would definitely be into skiing, snowboarding, rock climbing, maybe do it professionally or maybe not. Unfortunately, the Snowy Escape pack did not come with an actual career for skiing or snowboarding. I thought it'd be really fun if we could like become instructors, like skiing or snowboarding instructors, and like make money that way. Unfortunately, that is not the case. There are careers, or at least there's one career that came with the pack, maybe more, but there's at least one. I think it's more of like a business kind of a thing. And I think you can make money off of skiing and snowboarding, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure you can get famous by doing that, which is really cool. And I think because of that, you can also kind of make money off of it, but let me know if you are more experienced with the gameplay from this pack. I have done it before, but it's been a while, so I'm not exactly sure, like I'm not remembering it all the way. But yeah, there's definitely ways to, I believe, make money off of skiing, snowboarding, but you can for sure become famous if you have Get Famous, of course. That is like a cross-pack kind of a thing. So yeah, maybe the teenager is very much into skiing and they want to become a professional, or they're already working on it. Maybe their parents are professionals. I'm not exactly sure, but essentially 2 parents and a teenager is what I was thinking for this one. and I really like it. It is a little bit different for me too when it comes to like the vibe and the floors and wallpapers of the apartment. As you can see, I used like wooden paneling for the wallpaper on the inside for the entire apartment, and then in the bedrooms I think I used, no, in the bedrooms I did the same I think, but just in different colors. And that's definitely something different for me. Usually I'll go for regular wallpapers on the inside, but because I really wanted to capture that cabin in the woods or cabin in the snow look and feel, I thought that the paneling on the inside for the wallpaper was actually perfect. So I'm really happy that I did that. And the Horse Ranch pack, the paneling that I'm using is from Horse Ranch. Why can't I say Horse Ranch? It's, for some reason, it's really difficult for me to say. But the paneling is from Horse Ranch. And I really like it because it comes in very soft, neutral colors, also in some beautiful pastel tones. So it makes the wooden paneling really versatile, and I feel like it works really well in interiors for that reason, because it just comes in such great colors. But as you can see, the little bathroom came together as well, and then we have one slightly larger bedroom, which is the one for the parents, and then the smaller one is going to be for the teenager. And for this room, I think I used a whole bunch of stuff from Seasons. Seasons is a pack that I definitely used a lot throughout this entire build. It just comes with so many cool furniture items that look very cozy, but at the same time kind of cabiny, like kind of rustic. And the same goes for cats and dogs. I used a lot of cats and dogs throughout these apartments as well, because it just goes hand in hand with Horse Ranch and also Cottage Living, which were packs that were really, really convenient for this style of build, especially when you combine it with Snowy Escape, which comes with more modern looking items. So yes, log cabin vibe all the way, but also make it a little bit more modern and sophisticated, I guess. So that's kind of what I tried to go for. So here in this bedroom is actually pretty spacious. As you can see, I had the space for a nice bed and nightstand setup. We have a cute dresser here by the window. And all in all, I think that this room turned out really, really nice. Now, something I wanted to mention was that someone commented, and I think this because it happened to me as well. Someone commented that the ski lodge lot actually crashed in their game as soon as they wanted to load into it. It's so weird because that literally happened to me as well. And I thought it was just me, but apparently it happens for you too, and I don't know why that is, but I actually also went ahead and uploaded this entire lot as a residential to the gallery. So there is a residential rental version, which seems to cause crashing issues for some people. It happened once for me, and after that it was fine, but maybe for some people it's just continuously broken, which is really unfortunate. I have no idea why. Maybe the residential rental lot type just doesn't really work that well yet with these snowy lots. Maybe there's a little bit of a bug there that needs fixing. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I did make sure to also upload it as a residential, so you can just go ahead and download and place that one and at least like load into it. And then maybe if you change it to a residential rental yourself, it'll be fine. I'm not exactly sure, but there seems to be a little bit of a glitch there, and I don't know what it has to do with. But I'm guessing that maybe there is some sort of a bug with residential rentals in this area of Mount Kamarebi that needs fixing. I'm not exactly sure, but hopefully let me know if this happened to you as well. Maybe not with this lot, but maybe with a different lot. It could just be this lot maybe that's broken, which would be unfortunate. But like I said, there is a second version on the gallery. So if one of the versions glitches out for you, then maybe the other one works. That would be ideal. Otherwise, it's a little sad. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and play with this lot and see if then it still works. Just by like renting a unit and then playing in it. I hope that works. I mean, it should. But yeah, here you can see we have the teenager's bedroom, and the teenager actually has a nice computer desk in here. I didn't have a computer anywhere else in this apartment, so I decided to just give one to the teenager Maybe they need it for school or something, and I had the space for it in here. So that's what I did. I love the colors in this teenager's room, the blue and the green, and again, I'll say it again, but the horse ranch items, they just looked so good. And out here is that large balcony that I was talking about that they have access to, and so do their neighbors. And I just went ahead and placed a nice dining table out there so you can sit there and just enjoy the view, enjoy the snow maybe. And then I also placed this bench out here that I tried to make a little bit more cozy by placing some pillows in the little bench, and I think that actually looks really cute. I did forget to play test that bench, so I'm not exactly sure if it functions with the pillows in it, but I think it should. I'm not sure, but that would be really cute. And then here we have the next apartment. So this is the second apartment on the second floor. And I really tried to go for the same look and feel, like the same vibe, but just a little bit of a different color scheme. I did use the same like brick accent walls and things throughout all of the apartments because it is all in the same building. So I feel like that would make the most sense to like kind of have the same accents, the same, you know, vibe overall, but just try to create a little bit of variation in the color schemes. So that's definitely what I tried with this one. This one has a lot of neutral tones going on, like brown, grayish wallpaper, and then this gray kitchen set from Parenthood. I almost wanted to say Parent Living. That is not the name of that pack. I swear, in my brain, we have so many packs now that my brain just kind of mushes, mixes and matches all the names together because I cannot, I mean, I can remember it, but it takes me a second to think of it, you know, because we have so many of it. But yeah, the kitchen set is from Parenthood, and I actually went ahead and used a lot of the Growing Together pack in here, which was surprising. It was nice because it came in a color scheme that I really liked for this apartment. I mixed and matched like darker and lighter wood tones and also a lot of gray. And then I felt like this light icy blue color and in the couch and chair was actually a really nice little touch of color for this apartment. Otherwise it was going to be so neutral, and I was looking for a color to kind of play around with. And I feel like this light blue color was actually perfect. So I went ahead and placed that one. Again, the apartment is pretty crammed. It took me a second to figure out the layout for this one, but they actually do have a really nice spacious kitchen in here. They even have like bar counters and things for extra seating. They have a 4-seater dining table, and it's unfortunate because this apartment only has 1 bedroom, so there is no family living here. I mean, a family of 2, but you know, no children or anything, but maybe they have family come over all the time. You know, that's also definitely a possibility. But yeah, this one has only 1 bedroom. I was definitely imagining a couple living here. Again, probably a couple that is very much into skiing and snowboarding, which is why they chose to live here. Or maybe they're very much into hiking, you know, taking hikes in the snow. That's also really fun. So yeah, they live up here, and yeah, it's a really neutral and pretty. I feel like this one looks very spacious for some reason. I mean, it is spacious. It probably also has something to do with the fact that the apartments on the second floor are on medium wall height, whereas the apartment on the ground floor and also the one on the third floor are on regular wall height. And I never really use the tall or medium walls. I feel like it is so difficult for me personally to work with. Medium wall height is okay, but tall wall height is literally impossible for me. I have to work with foundations, no, not foundations, with platforms to try and make that work, at least like play around with split leveling, because the walls are so tall. Let me know, do you prefer building on short, medium, or tall wall height? I am definitely like a short wall height or like regular wall height kind of person. Medium sometimes if it suits the build, but tall, basically never. Let me know your secrets. If you enjoy using tall wall height, let me know what you do and why. Like, I'm so interested in this. But yeah, anyway, you can see the apartment come together. I tried to not clutter it up as much because this lot is so big and it has so many apartments that I was like, okay, I need to tone it down with the clutter. I did not really succeed. I used a lot of clutter anyway because I was just enjoying it way too much. But yeah, here in the bedroom, you can see that we have some shelves above the bed, and I was really trying to not use my red shelf to clutter it up like crazy, but just like use the actual slots that are there on the item instead of, you know, going crazy and placing it all manually. So that really helped and also saved me some time, actually. But yeah, this bedroom layout, I really like it. They have a sliding door onto another little balcony, actually. This bedroom, or this apartment, has access to 2 balconies. I forgot about that. They have that shared big one that they share with the neighbors, and then they have this smaller one that they share with their neighbors on the other side, because basically this is the apartment right in the middle. And so yeah, they share another balcony, which is really nice. They are pretty lucky in that sense. So for this bedroom, I try to use some more like lighter colors, but also combine it with some darker wood tones. And for the bathrooms are very similar, all of them. Each apartment has 1 bathroom, and they are all very similar. I try to make them look a little bit outdated because I liked the idea of this building actually being pretty old, but then the apartments have, of course, been renovated over time. But then again, you'll see that, for example, the kitchens are a little bit more on the older, maybe outdated side of things. Not necessarily outdated, but you can tell that the kitchens and the bathrooms aren't necessarily recently renovated, but the apartment has recently been painted. Tenants bring in like new updated furniture, so it's kind of like a mix and match of styles and like old and new, if that makes sense. But here we're actually on to the 3rd apartment on the 2nd floor, and for this one I tried to embrace some of the dark blue colors, and I think it turned out really, really cool. So we have a lot of darker wood tones in here combined with dark blue. I love this blue tone in the paneling from, again, Horse Ranch. It is such a beautiful blue color, and I love to combine it with that warm, rich, dark wood tone that I used for the kitchen and the flooring and the paneling in the other wallpaper that I used. So I feel like even though blue is a cool toned color, I feel like somehow it warms up the space because it's so dark and cozy that in that sense, it kind of warms it up. But here you can see the kitchen counters, for example, are pretty rustic, but then they definitely have some updated appliances in there. So that's kind of what I was trying to do. And then here, the layout for this apartment, again, is kind of silly. This one has 2 bedrooms, by the way, which is kind of nice. And it was definitely kind of cramped, but I really like this living room setup that is like set up around the fireplace, but they also wanted a TV. So they have a TV on a small side table. So they kind of just like try to work with the space that they have and try to make the most of it that way. And then here we also have a nice 4-seater dining table basically in the hallway. And we have, like I said, 2 bedrooms. And I furnished this one for 1 or 2 parents and 2 kids. So there's 2 kids sharing that small bedroom, and it's really cramped. But I definitely wanted to decorate at least 1 apartment for a family with younger kids. And this was the only one left with 2 bedrooms that I had the space to do that. So I just went ahead and did that. And yeah, there's 2 kids sharing that really small bedroom, but you'll see that in a second here. I'm just cluttering up this space. I am obsessed with using those radiators, those heaters. I think they're so realistic. Here in the Netherlands, those are basically in every house. Unless you have like a really recently built or recently renovated like new house, maybe you won't have those, but they are everywhere. I literally have one right here next to me. They're everywhere, so I'm so glad that we have those now, and they're also functional, which especially in a world like this, like in a snowy area, I feel like is so much fun to have. So I went ahead and placed those whenever I had the chance, and then I cluttered up this space. I really wanted to try and make this apartment look like a family space. So we have some board games out on the table, and it's just a very cozy, somewhat messy in a cute way, because messy in The Sims is cute. I hate mess and clutteriness and things like that. In real life, I really don't like it, but in The Sims, I love it. It's just so cozy. I don't know what it is about that. So yeah, that's what I try to do. Make it very inviting, cozy, family friendly in that sense, I guess. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. So here we have the parents' bedroom. Again, I used that same bed. I think I used that one in one of the other apartments as well, that exact same bed. I did decorate this apartment on a different day, so I didn't really have it fresh in my memory. But I do think I actually repeated that bed, which is kind of unfortunate. I wouldn't have done it if I would have remembered, but I didn't remember, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, it's, again, a lot of brown and blue. For the living or for the bedroom, I did go for like lighter wallpapers to kind of brighten the space up a little bit. Otherwise it'd be so dark, which can also be really pretty, but I don't know. I wanted like a nice change of pace from the living room and the kitchen, I guess. And then here you can see that we have that small bedroom where I made the most of the space by placing bunk beds, which is actually nice when you're on medium or tall wall height. The bunk beds look like they have a little bit more space, like breathing space, basically, because the ceilings are a lot taller, or the walls are a lot taller, I should say. So yeah, it just looks a little bit better that way, and it doesn't look as cramped. But yeah, it's definitely just the space that they have, you know, that's just what it is. So they're going to have to make do with bunk beds, and I was able to place a few toys in here. It is not a lot, but we do have a stuffed animal and a toy box in here, and then just some random little knickknacks on the dresser as well, that kind of look like toys but aren't actually functional. So the only functional toys in here are the Blarfy and the toy box, and that's basically it. So if you want more toys for the kids, you could probably go ahead and place some things in the living room. You could even go ahead and place like a science table or activity table out on one of the balconies. I didn't really want to do that because it kind of messed up the vibes for my screenshots, which I know is ridiculous, but yeah, there's definitely space in this lot, or in this build, essentially, to place some more toys or activities for children. So you can definitely go ahead and do that. And then up here, we have this sneaky fifth apartment, which, like I said, I thought would belong to the property owner. I mean, technically all the apartments belong to the property owner, but this is the apartment where they sometimes stay if they want to be here for like the weekend, or maybe they want to be here for like a week to enjoy the snow because maybe they don't actually live around here, they just own the property. That's essentially what I was thinking for this apartment. So this one is not as detailed and personalized. It definitely feels more like a second home or like a vacation rental kind of a thing. There is some stuff around, but it's just not as cluttered and personalized. I did enjoy the blue kitchen in here because I was using a lot of the exterior, actually all of the exterior wallpapers I used on the inside for this apartment as well. So that brick and the log cabin wooden wallpaper, basically. I use that on the inside here because I had some like roof things going on here where if I painted the inside of this, it would paint the roofs on the outside with it, which I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but that was a little bit problematic. So I was like, you know what? Let's just bring in all the exterior wallpapers to the interior for this one and, you know, just kind of make it look like a makeshift apartment. This probably used to be like a storage attic before, and then they renovated it and turned it into an apartment, which is why it has that attic-y look and feel, essentially. So that is kind of what I tried to do, or what I thought of to kind of make it work for me. But I do think in the end it looks really cute. We definitely have some older second-hand hand-me-down furniture in here, and that's exactly what I wanted. Some like 90s furniture. Because, like I said, this is their second apartment, their temporary apartment where they sometimes stay. So they just bought cheap secondhand furniture, or maybe there was some stuff here that was just like stored in the attic that they kind of just like reused in this apartment. That's also a possibility. And then there is a bedroom in here, and I also wanted to give them a nice space to maybe get some work done. So I also gave them a desk and a computer set up, like a little office space in this room as well. So if the property's owner is here and they need to get some work done on the computer, maybe put some, ads for the rentals or something online, then they can do that here. They have a nice little computer here a workspace desk setup situation, and I think that turned out really cute. I love this desk. This desk is from Horse Ranch. Again, I use a lot of it in this build, as you probably know by now, but that desk is so pretty. I would love to have something like that in real life. It would make such a cute little journaling nook, you know? I think that would just be so dreamy. But that's basically it for the interior for all these apartments. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the apartments in real time. So here we have the ski lodge in the game. Now, you may have already seen the exterior in the previous video, but if you haven't, then you can get a little bit of a look at it over here. So this is the exterior of the lodge. It also has a back, of course, with a nice shared balcony here and a hot spring. Now, if you want to see this exterior come together, again, I will link that speed build in the description box down below. But then moving on to the interior, we of course have the front door here, and then the shared living room slash bar, bathroom for the hot spring, and the hallway over here, which leads us into the first apartment downstairs. So when you walk through this front door, you essentially just walk straight into the kitchen. It's a nice rustic little kitchen. I really like how this looks, and again, it combines some of that dark blue that I used for one of the other apartments as well. There is a 2-seater dining table and a cute entryway space, and then right here is the bathroom, which is nothing special, but it is nice to have. Then there is that hallway storage space over here that basically leads you into the living room. So a nice couch setup. I really like these wall decorations and this little dresser with these knickknacks. I just think it turned out super cozy. I love how the Snowy Escape couch looks combined with the for rent items. There is a nice fireplace in here and a TV, and then back here is the bedroom. So this bedroom is a really cramped, really small, but it's perfect for one sim. They also have a small dresser in here, and that is basically all you need. Then going to the second floor, here we have 3 apartments. So this is that first one, the second one, and then the third one over here. So this is the biggest one. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. There is an entryway space over here with a dresser and some decorations. A bathroom here, which again is nothing fancy, but it does look cute. A nice round dining table. I thought that suited the space really well because it's so angular that the round dining table that just I feel like breaks it up a little bit. Then there's a kitchen over here. The kitchen is really small, but I really like how it turned out nonetheless. I love the white appliances. For some reason, it just looks very wintry and snowy, which was perfect for this build. There is a living room space over here with a really small fireplace, and it's nice and cluttered, as you can see. And then there's a tall bookcase back here. Then over here, there is a small hallway that leads you into the bedrooms. So over here is the parents' room. Again, a lot of brown and blue, double bed, dresser set up over here, and yeah, it's nothing special, but it is really cozy. And then on the other side is the teens room. This one's a bit more cluttered, as you can see. I just wanted to make it more playful and a little bit more personalized. So they have some little knickknacks here on the dresser, and they have a nice desk set up with some homework and books and a guitar in the corner. And then over here is that balcony that they share with the neighbors, with a nice bench and a dining table. Speaking of the neighbors, this is the second apartment on this floor. It feels pretty spacious, but this is only a 1-bedroom. So right when you walk in, there is a small entryway space and then a living room setup over here. I really like the color of this rug for some reason. I know it might not be everyone's favorite, but I just really like how it looks and how it combines with the light blue on the couch. There's a bookcase over here, a 4-seater dining table where I also placed a little laptop, and a kitchen, which is surprisingly spacious over here on this side, with some nice appliances and then some shelving underneath the window as well to kind of make the most of the space. And then over here they have their back door leading onto that large balcony. And on this side is their bedroom, which I feel like is really cozy. For some reason, I really enjoy this bedroom. It's not that special, but there's just something about it. They have some dressers over here, and then this bedroom has a sliding door onto a small smaller balcony over here, which they share with the neighbors on the other side. Also, by the way, there is shared laundry here on the landing, so all the tenants can do some laundry in here, which is nice. And then over here is the door into the fourth apartment. I really enjoy the layout of this one. For some reason, this came together pretty nicely. So when you walk in, again, there is an entryway space, and then the dining table is basically just right there. And the kitchen is over here. I love this kitchen. The dark blue wallpaper, and then this nice hanging plant in the corner. I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy it. Also, the combination of the rustic cabinets and the more modern updated appliances, I just really enjoy it. Over here is their living room space, again with a nice fireplace setup. This couch just looks really cozy in here with the blanket. I thought it was perfect. And then there is some storage for books around this door. And this door leads into the bathroom, which again, nothing fancy, but everything you need. Over here is the parents' room, which is a little bit of a weird space, but I did manage to make it work. So they have a bed over here, some storage in the corner, a nice picture wall, and a dresser over here. And then they have, again, a sliding door onto this balcony. And then the children share a room across from the parents. This one's really cramped and really small, but it fits 2 children, and there's even some activities for them in here. And then there is a staircase going up to the attic space where we have the property owner's apartment. So they have a landing space over here with just a dresser and a suitcase. And in the corner here, we have a sneaky little door into the bathroom. Then this side holds the kitchen, living, and dining. So there is a pretty nice and like spacious kitchen in here, I feel. A small dining table over here. I really embraced the light blue from the Horse Ranch pack in here. A living room setup and a little bookcase. And then across from this room on the other side of the hallway is the bedroom slash office space. So they have a nice desk set up with a computer to get some work done. And then on this side, they have their double bed. But that is essentially it for the apartments for the ski lodge. So this 5 apartment ski lodge is up on the gallery, both as a residential over here, but also originally as a residential rental with 5 units total. So there's 2 versions on the gallery. Hopefully one of them works for you. But yeah, it is up on the gallery. I built it on a 50 by 50 in the world of Mount Komorebi, so if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that's gonna do it for today's video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery, like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Instagram, Threads, and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmarySims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!